Alright, hello guys. Welcome to another training for the Rogue Invitational. We're into some unique versions of sled pulls today. Gonna do some dead hangs as well. Otherwise, gonna be chatting about a little bit about the wedding, the honeymoon. We're just back from that, and what's to come for the rest of the year, because it is busy. So that is that. Enjoy, and we'll pop the video in. I hit 330 kilos for 5 high bar squat. An effort of, I'd say 8.5. So for me, when squats are going good, we are firing. So all systems go. Enjoy. Strongman is 90% about lifting weights and 10% about getting very annoyed with logistics of doing strongman. For strongman reasons. Don't worry about it. Hey-oh. All right, what do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 9 is 72. 720 pounds plus the sled. 765. Last one, we'll go another 180. 945. Sounds good. Ugh. It's not too bad. It's really just balance. So, we got married a week ago Saturday. A week ago last Saturday. Then we spent time over in Squamish, BC. I trained at Squamish Barbell. That area of the world is so special. If you come visit Canada, head your way out to BC. Just mountains straight into the ocean, and regardless of where you're sitting, you can look around and see mountains all around you. Very special. So we were out there with a bunch of our Australian friends, did a lot of hiking, a lot of sightseeing, and a little bit of relaxing, which is good. And I actually learned it's sort of a bummer, because strongman gets you fit in a very particular way, but like hiking up mountains, I was in the less fit half of the people there, and it's a tough pill to swallow. Never have been in that position before, and personally, like, I could just say to myself, I'm the world's strongest man, you know, it's acceptable, but in the long run, it's really, to me, it's just not acceptable. So fitness is something that I'm throwing in a little bit more of, because in the end, you're a person before you're a strongman. So that was that, but didn't really put a damper on anything at all. And best news ever, at the wedding, which was fantastic, we found out that we're having a baby girl due February 17th. So there'll be a little Mrs. Moose running around at competitions from next year onwards. And that's given me a whole new perspective on everything, really. And the thing I'm most excited for is having a really good reason at the end of the day to stop working, spend time with the baby. Because of course I got Ash right now, but when you're building a life for each other, it's sort of justifiable to spend extra time working. But when you have a child to support emotionally, that's going to be a whole different can of worms. And it's one of my biggest apprehensions is that the only thing that would stop me from being a good dad is not having the time. So that will be of utmost priority to me. And I tell everyone, I had a very feminine experience of wanting a child, because since I was 15, 14, I just wanted to be a dad. So that coming to fruition is, it's not the cherry on top of the cake for the year, that's the whole year. The world's strongest man and the Arnold, life changing in that way. that's all the cherries on top. But very, very excited for her to come along. Feel free, we haven't picked a name yet. Drop name ideas in the comments. What do you think? Yeah, and welcome little Miss Baby Moose to the world.
I think you should keep the sleeveless tees going.
Keep the sleeveless?
Yeah.
You like?
Yeah, it looks good.
You like the arms?
Yes.
Do you reckon they've gotten substantially better since last year?
Absolutely, especially like the shoulders, specifically.
Leave in the comments, how's the arm game going? It started at about a 2. I reckon we're about at 4.5 now. Oh, that's heavy. Well, it's heavy, but it's strange heavy. Like, it's not really heavy on the legs. It's just the position. That'll get really good over the next couple of weeks.
Is that it for these?
That's it.
On the dead hangs.
This is the #1 shoulder exercise that no one does.
And why is that? I'm gonna make you talk while you hang here.
Well, stretching the shoulders out overhead. First of all, it just frees up the scapula on your thorax, on your rib cage, and it clears out some room in the AC joint. And that's really the root of 90% of shoulder dysfunction, is issues with your scapular control. Scapula needs to move around your body, rotate up. And if you can dead hang, you'll see when I'm hanging, you can see like the front side of my shoulder blade out the side of my body. Where like if I pinch it down and I come up, you don't really see much. But as soon as I flare, there's a whole bunch more room, and that's the scapula coming around. So dynamic control of the protractors of the scapula, primarily serratus anterior, that's particularly important to be able to free up room in your shoulders. So, little tip, if you're feeling like your shoulders are a bit pinchy, do a few sets of dead hangs. Doesn't need to be to maximum effort or anything, but do a few sets and see how your shoulders feel after. It's a really good catch-all. There was a great paper published that estimated that 80% of shoulder issues could be solved by doing regular sets of dead hangs. It was more of a hypothesis by a professor who's an expert in the area. It wasn't a proper study. Regardless, there's some good evidence to say that it's a good idea from smart people in the field. People smarter than me, which is not the highest bar, let's be honest.
What would be like a general prescription for something like this?
It's so dependent though, right?
Yeah.
Because for me, I do sets of 35 seconds. I could go up to probably 60, 70, 90, probably 90 seconds with chalk if the bar was knurled. But it's not one of those that you want to go to maximal exertion, because in the end, it's a challenging position for your shoulder to dead hang. But really, I would say effort of 6 to 7 out of 10, building from one set all the way up to probably 5 sets maximum should get you where you need to be. But as with most stretching, you need to make sure that it's done under load. So if we were using a band or shoulder distractions or something, we're missing the load component, where here, we're getting stretch and load up overhead. So this is gonna reinforce all of my overhead positions without feeling like I've lost control by having the range to go back behind my head. My issue with dead hangs now is my neck is so big. When I hang, my pecs go up into my neck and I feel like I can't get a full breath in. But good exercise regardless. 2 down, 1 to go.
Do you think everybody in the gym knows who you are yet?
Between that and that, yeah, I reckon. When people are toured around the gym, I'm advertised like a piece of equipment.
You want to sign out the YouTube video while you're up here?
Sure. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bit of a boring session, but the best announcement of all time, and hopefully some help with your difficult shoulders. As per usual, lift heavy, be kind. Shorts, go pick them up. Link is in the bio. And as per usual, lift heavy, be kind. Comment a moose dropping or potential name for our baby girl. And we'll catch you next time. Lift heavy and be kind.